Hey collective, it's Car back with another video. I hope all is well with you today. Now, whoever I'm talking to, you have become the version of yourself that you needed to be when you were a child. You have become the version of yourself that you needed as a child. So you have become someone that when you were a child, if you were in your life or someone like you, that it would have been a whole different experience. So what I mean by that is your family buried you as a child, but now you're an entire self-sustainable garden. See, you were the seed they tried to bury. They tried to beat you down, beat your confidence down. They tried to exploit you, take advantage of you. They really broke your spirit down from early on in life. You may have went through some abuse, forms of abuse, experienced very much heartache, and just people just doing you dirty and treating you wrong from the very beginning. And so your whole life, you've dealt with so much traumatic experiences and pain and depression, and people just played you left and right and just kept throwing dirt on you and kept throwing dirt on you, kept throwing dirt on you, and you took all of that dirt and you've used that to germinate yourself. Now, not only have you grown from that dirt and those traumatic experiences, but you're a self-sustainable garden. So you've grown past the bullshit and you have created this life for you to where you can sustain your own energy. You can thrive on your own without those people who threw dirt on your name. Now they big mad. But do you know how powerful that is? And this is your confirmation that you have done the work. If you've clicked onto this is messages for you. You have done the work, and I'm here to congratulate you and just be proud of you, because it's not easy. A lot of people succumb to the pressures of society, and it allows society to break them down. They allow society to play on their trauma, play on their insecurities, play on their emotions to keep them trapped into that type of heartache mentality and keep them trapped in this generational curses mindset. But see, you are somebody special because you took what society tried to tell you you shouldn't be and what aren't. You took all of that and you flipped it on its back. You said, no, you don't get to tell me how I should live. You don't get to tell me how I should be. Okay, I may have went through this traumatic experience, but that doesn't mean I have to be bitter. That doesn't mean I have to be angry. That doesn't mean I have to be obsessed or stressed, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you decided to choose a different route. And this is why you've become that healed version of you that you needed as a child. Because you have to understand that, when we go through these childhood experiences, it's supposed to break us. It's supposed to keep us in this state of mind where we continue hurting others. That's the goal of what society wants for us. But see, not knowing that you're a child of God and connected to Source, these traumatic experiences were actually used to activate you and to level you up. So you realize that, like, whoa, these experiences, you've allowed all of your experiences in life to be used as lessons, to be used as chapters in your life of like study, practice. And because you've put in that work to keep practicing and keep every obstacle, every trial that came up against you over time. But see, before, back in the day, when obstacles would come up, you would react, you would respond, you would make it feel a type of way, you would get upset, you would cuss people out, you would cry, you would be depressed, you would cut people off, you would be petty, you would do everything that is normal for somebody who's hurt. you would do that. But see, somewhere in your life, you woke up, you had this realization, whoa, I don't have to be like this. And you decided to take a different path. You decided to actually go and heal what was hurting you inside, so you don't go bleeding and off and hurting other people in life. And so that is what happened. Is so now when every obstacle comes up, each time it came up, you started to react differently and react better or not react at all. And you would respond differently and have a different approach for how you face that obstacle. And because you've done that, you've created a different outcome for yourself. So because you didn't react this way, you're not going to get these results. You're going to skip right over that. And so I am so proud of you, because you know, you have now fully become complete. You've become whole. That inner child inside of you is free. That inner child inside of you is not begging for love, because you've done the work to love on yourself. So now your inner child is rejoicing. I know you feel good about life. I know you have this refreshing, rejuvenating energy about you. And there will be people who try to still play with you. I'm sure you know that, but we don't focus on them. We move around them, because they're going to be coming, but we're ready for them. We're ready because you put in the work. So you deserve it. And listen, your child self is so thankful for right now, because you put in that work. You didn't just neglect that inner child of you. So kudos to you. I love y'all. I'm going to talk to y'all in another video.